Well, we're gonna go ahead and do the artillery shell now. That should have gone in the air, but we're doing it in a big open field. All right, well, here goes the Saturn missile with the fuse reattached. All right, well, here goes a smushed tank firework. All right, we've got the Big B spinner with a reattached fuse out the side of it. We have a firecracker with 2 fuses in it. What is that going to do? Wow, this one's pretty smushed and flattened, but I don't think it'll make much of a difference. All right, well, here goes a bottle rocket with a very short stick. Well, guys, we certainly have an interesting question to follow up on in this video. Now, once or twice in your guys' walk with fireworks, it's possible that you might have found some fireworks lying around that are broken. And this is a common thing, guys, that sometimes different parts of fireworks break off. Or even sometimes, guys, the fuses on some fireworks do not light all the way. As a matter of fact, you can even see that on this Saturn missile battery right here, that the fuse has just not gone inside that clay, and none of these rockets have gone off. Now, that's kind of sad because you may be wondering, do some of these fireworks still work even though they are damaged? And to answer that question, guys, we're actually going to be experimenting with some of these fireworks today to see if we can get them to work again. This right here is a bottle rocket, and as unfortunate as it is, everybody, I'd say the stick on this is not very big. Chances are, maybe some of you have found bottle rockets lying around like this, and it really is too bad that sometimes the sticks get broken. To answer the question of whether or not it still works and if you should light it, we will be lighting it in this big field right here. And I do have to put the little disclaimer up, everybody, that if you are going to be relighting damaged fireworks, do be sure you know what you are doing, as some of them could seriously harm you. Never ever relight a damaged firework, as it can be very dangerous, and the purpose of this video is to help you understand what each of the fireworks here do, and do not replicate anything in this video, as it's just for demonstration purposes only, and we're going to be looking at this topic rather in depth in the name of science. Now, this little spinner firework has unfortunately also met its ends. As you will notice, this firework right here actually never had a fuse. And we're gonna go ahead today, everyone, and see if we can relight this firework right here using some traditional cannon fuse, as you can see right here, and hopefully we can revive it and get it working. Now, these fireworks right here may not so much be damaged, but the paper on them is definitely coming off. These right here are firecrackers, and they're basically just supposed to go bang and pop super loud. And guys, I made sure to find the absolute gnarliest firecrackers in terms of quality, and I have to say these are pretty weathered and beat up. And out of all of the fireworks, guys, in this little demo of damaged fireworks, this one right here gets me the most, as it's actually a firecracker strip, but something rather strange and questionable has happened to it. The firecrackers are like wedged to the side in it, and the paper is kind of bulging. I'm not sure if it just got rained on or stepped on or what, but we're gonna go ahead and open this package of firecrackers later and see what is the deal with them. This right here is a Whistling Moon Traveler bottle rocket, and as you guys can see, it is pretty dirty, and the head of this bottle rocket actually became detached. And I managed to tape it back up, as you guys can see. I don't know if I did too good of a job right here, and man, that fuse just looks horrendous. So we'll have to go ahead and find out what that does later. And would you guys believe me if I told you this firecracker has 2 fuses? That is super weird and extremely rare. This right here is actually a little sparkler, and as you guys can see, yeah, it has bent and some of the sparkler dust has fallen off of it. I'm really not too sure if it's going to work very well. And when it comes to damaged fireworks, guys, this video is supposed to answer every question imaginable. This kinda is a sad story, as what you will notice with it is that it is actually a spinner firework, and one of the propeller blades has completely come detached there. Now, that's another reason why we've got a really big field out here, and we're basically just going to be lighting it off and running back very quickly, as I'm not sure if it's going to fly in different directions or what, but it will be rather interesting to see later. This little yellow one right here isn't anything special. It's actually just a rather old strobe firework, and I thought I'd include it in the video just as a little bonus. So everyone, what is the story with this big firework, as you guys can see? Well, this artillery shell unfortunately does not have any lift charge in it. It is completely unsealed and got undone, and it will no longer go into the air as intended because it does not have that capability anymore. So we're gonna have to get very creative with this one and see if we can reignite it safely out here in a very big open area. Now finally everybody, this tank I believe has seen better days, as the top of it has really been smushed, and I don't even believe that the little jet that it uses to go forward is even seated correctly. I mean, that is just too bad. I think in all fairness, we should go ahead and try one of the tattered firecrackers here first. Something tells me it'll be alright, but let's go ahead and see. Oh yeah! That firecracker had no problem blowing up, and there's a little bit of smoke that it just made. For perfect measure, let's go ahead and try all of the rest of them, and we'll see if each of them perform the exact same. Oh my goodness, everyone, this one's really taking a beating along the side, although I don't think that's going to stop it from performing well. Alright, here goes a firecracker with the paper coming off. This is another attempt of this. Oh wow, that was actually good. You can see that made a tiny bit of smoke. And yeah, I think these are actually performing quite well. Wow, this one's pretty smushed and flattened, but I don't think it'll make much of a difference. Well, here goes the smushed firecracker. Oh! Well, as unfortunate as it is, everybody, we have officially encountered our first firework that's met its fate, as I don't believe that firecracker has decided to do anything. Here goes the last one, and we'll place it right by the broken firecracker. Oh! Well, all of these firecrackers, or at least very close to all of them, perform just fine. But what's to say that reattaching a bottle rocket head to a stick will work? I have a feeling this will work just fine, although that fuse is really questionable. I mean, just look at how withered that is. I can't imagine how much this got stepped on. Now for these purposes, guys, I'm going to do exactly what you would with any bottle rocket and place them safely into a mortar tube. The idea is that once it is in, the fuse should just stick right out the side, and we'll hope that it ignites and flies right into the air. Alright, here goes a bottle rocket that has been reattached to the stick. Hopefully this works all right in 3, 2, 1. Ooh. Whoa! Well, I'm not sure if I got that on camera specifically, but oh, I think it just fell over there. Okay, so this is the damaged bottle rocket, and as you guys can see, it has successfully worked. It was reattached to the stick, and as much as I didn't have much faith in the fuse, it has worked successfully. The big question, however, is what is going to become of this bottle rocket that doesn't have a very long stick? Now, I'm not sure how that happened. It probably got stepped on by someone walking around, probably me. And we're gonna go ahead and see if this one works just fine. It'll probably work just fine, but my gut is telling me that a shorter stick probably isn't a good thing. Remember everybody, do not replicate anything in this video that you see, as I've been lighting fireworks off for years and know exactly what they do and where I need to be when I am lighting them. Alright, here goes the bottle rocket with the short stick. Oh wow! Well, I actually saw that work 100%. I don't think there was actually any problem with that bottle rocket whatsoever. I mean, it actually worked just as it was intended to, but I would never count on a bottle rocket with a short stick always working, as it doesn't have as good aerodynamics and it could spiral out of control and possibly hurt someone, which is why I would not recommend ever lighting bottle rockets like that. Now we have a few items here, and I'm not sure if they will all work correctly. So coming up is a 5-year-old strobing firework. And this one, guys, I got off of one of my very first online orders when I bought fireworks 5 years ago in 2020. Either way, I'm gonna go ahead and set it right here, and let's go ahead and contend that this strobing firework works successfully. All right, well, here this goes in 3, 2, 1. As you can see, guys, the fuse is working, and I do believe it is working. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Okay, so it had a little crackle to it. I'm not sure if that was intentional, but everybody, this is actually putting off some smoke, and I do believe it is strobing. Wow, look at it get to the bottom right there, and that strobe was, I believe, a true success. Next, we have a firecracker with 2 fuses in it. What is that going to do? Well, I really can't say if it's going to work just because one of the fuses might be attacking the other somehow, or maybe it wasn't pressed right. I really don't know, but I am super curious about this one, and we're gonna go ahead and find out what it does. All right, here goes the M66 firecracker with 2 fuses. Oh, well guys, that firecracker has worked just fine, and let's go ahead and see what happened. Well, I don't really know that there's much to see, but there are some scorch marks. So if you ever get a firecracker that has 2 fuses, then I think it'll work just fine. Maybe just get back a safe distance when you do them, because the fuses can also ignite a little faster. I'm begging to know what the sparkler is going to do since it has a little kink on the corner, but I don't think it'll be anything too bad. We'll go ahead and find out. Oh guys, there it is ignited and the sparkler is going. Now, I don't think it's going to make it midway, but we will find out. Oh, so guys, if you get sparklers with kinks in them like this, then they're probably not a good candidate of firework. But if you have the patience and time, you can probably reignite them. And there we go, everybody. It is continuing to burn, and that is really interesting out here in the sun. And as it meets the end, guys, that sparkler has worked partially, but not fully. And now we have this little champagne party sparkler right here. And unlike the sparkler that we just did, guys, this one does not have a kink in it. And I'm guessing it should be just fine, even though it doesn't have the handle right here. I suppose we can go ahead and maybe just set it flat on the concrete, as you guys can see. And we're basically just gonna light it right here at the end. And even though it doesn't have the handle, we'll see if the main component works successfully. All right, well, here goes the little sparkler, and something tells me this will be just fine. And as you guys can see, the flame is coming out and there are some sparks. Oh, well, that is rather appreciative, guys, but even though sparklers lose the handle, you can probably set them down on the road or pavement and everything will work out just the way you intend it to. Oh, guys, look at that fire coming out of there, and I do have to say this was a success. And looking over here, yeah, you can see that that flame is pretty healthy. And I think the sparkler is finished, and that was absolutely amazing. Even though we don't have the handle or proper configuration for some of these fireworks, everybody, they do work. You just have to know what you're doing and have some common sense. So these are the bigger fireworks that are damaged that we have remaining. Now, I'm not really sure, guys, how these fireworks right here are going to do in their condition, but I guess it will be like any other firework we've done so far, and we'll really just have to do our best with them. Now, everybody, I think it would be a good idea to go ahead and take a look at what is going on inside this strip of firecrackers. Now, it has probably been stepped on once or twice, possibly even got rained on, I'm really not sure. But as for opening up the red tissue, I mean, I would say the firecrackers look fine. I mean, there really isn't anything too bad about them. Well, this is the firecrackers, and they're coming apart a little bit right there. I guess it's nothing too bad per se, but yeah, I would say these look just fine. Now, guys, I'm really not sure if they'll work exactly the way they were supposed to, despite the kink we saw on the tissue, but something tells me they'll be absolutely okay. All right, here goes a questionable strip of firecrackers. And we can't ever be too sure too early if their quality is okay, but we'll go ahead and we'll find out now. Okay, guys, the firecrackers are going, and let's see. Oh! Yeah, those went up rather quickly, and I believe those were a success. I guess despite fireworks looking strange in the packaging, sometimes that can be deceiving, and this, I believe, was a really good faith attempt at getting these firecrackers to work. Now this Big B's spinner right here, unfortunately, does not have a fuse. However, I did actually bring some Canon fuse with me, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and just snip off a little piece right here, and I'm gonna see if I can actually just reinsert another fuse into this hole for this Big B's spinner. And I think I can get it working just fine. All right, well, here's the fuse right here, and I'm doing my best to get it untangled. I think about this length will be just fine. Really want to be sure I have enough time to get back for this. And guys, look at that. I think this will be just okay. And yeah, here is the hole for the fuse, and I'm not sure if it's gonna fit. Oh, I believe that is working right there, everybody. And yeah, as you can see, we got that fuse right into the spinner, and I think we'll have enough time to get back for this one. So let's go ahead and see if it works. All right, we've got the Big B spinner with a reattached fuse out the side of it. And I'm pretty confident that this should work. Oh, that is awesome. Whoa! Well, it was kind of hard to see in the clouds, but it did in fact blow up, and I have to say, reattaching a fuse to fireworks is in fact a successful approach. Now, while we had some success with the B firework, guys, I don't think that this spinner right here is going to have the same fate. As you can see, the propeller is completely broken off, and we're gonna have to get creative for how we safely light this one off. All right, well, this spinner has a broken wing, and we're gonna see if it works. All right, here goes the Peacemaker spinner. Well, I actually have to double guess myself here. As broken as that firework seemed, it did in fact go in the air. I did not think that a broken propeller would manage to work. I am actually kind of mind blown right now. I mean, how does a firework with a broken propeller actually fly in the air? I mean, that just doesn't even, that does not run by me. Well, I guess it worked, but I don't know why, and do not ever light fireworks without both of the propellers attached. Well, this right here, everybody, I believe is our major last 3 fireworks that we have to light off and are damaged. So this tank firework right here got a little smushed, as you can see. So I don't know if some of the inner components might have gotten damaged on it or not. Either way, guys, it's a good indication to me that if I'm going to light off any firework that doesn't look like it's in a healthy condition, I should probably get back a safe enough distance, regardless of what I'm expecting to happen. And let's go ahead and see if it works the way it's supposed to. Well, the fuse went right up, so that is a good sign. And let's see. Oh, I do believe it's rolled over, and is it working? And is it working? I do believe so, but that was it. So, yeah, I don't know if this tank did everything that it was supposed to, but it definitely kind of didn't work that well. I mean, as you guys could see, we really just had a tiny little poof, and it was just a little snap or something, and then it just completely died. I don't know what was wrong with this tank firework as far as its internal components go, but as we've seen thus far, guys, even with some of the fireworks we've already done that have worked correctly, this is a very good example of why damaged fireworks may be not in your best interest. So this fuse on this Saturn missile battery is very hard to see on the corner. It's that tiny little green sliver right there, and I'm trying not to shake as I show you guys. So the fuse is right there, and I'm gonna have to just go ahead and attach some fuse. It'll kind of be difficult to do that, but I will do my best. As you can see, I've managed to get the fuse inside the Saturn missile firework, and I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but it's actually touching the fuse that burnt out right there just before it got to the end. And I'm hoping that it will reignite it somehow, but we gotta make sure that it is touching very well. And let's go ahead and see if it does what I'm hoping it will do. Let's hope that this fuse reignites. Oh, well everybody, unfortunately, I think this is our biggest loss yet, as this Saturn missile did not reignite when we tried to reignite it with the fuse. Now, this is the part of the video you guys are all waiting for. How are we going to reignite this artillery shell safely? And the answer to that, everybody, is you're just gonna need a very big blast zone for this, because I have no idea how this is going to get into the air at this point. I mean, the lift charge is completely broken, which, in case you guys didn't know about fireworks, they actually require an initial burst at the bottom of a mortar tube, and I'll go ahead and I'll show you what that looks like right now. So this is your typical mortar tube right here, and this firework actually not only lost the fuse that it needed, but also the lift charge. So this right here is the mortar tube that you would originally place this firework into. So the problem is, it's not only not going to go in the air at this point, but we're gonna somehow need to reignite it. And yes, everyone, please do not replicate anything in this video that you see, as I am professionally trained with fireworks and your safety is more important. Well, we're gonna go ahead and do the artillery shell now that should have gone in the air, but we're doing it in a big open field. Oh, here we go. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video of lighting off damaged fireworks. And as you can tell by the experiment we've done, it's definitely a good idea to buy the fireworks fresh and never try to reignite them. I sure hope that you guys learned something today, and if you enjoyed, do let me know down in the comments below what your favorite firework is. I will see you guys in the next one, and always be safe with fireworks.